Hey guys, today's topic is about NS, the one thing that majority of men in Singapore go through and have in common. And I want to know one thing: has NS changed over the years, and how much has it changed? And do the experience differ widely? And for to learn that, I've got three guests today, and let's go meet them.
Okay, my name is Mano. I'm 58 years old. I'm working as a trainer now at the moment. I completed my NS in June 1984. Like, I was holding the rank of corporal and I was a clerk by profession at the time.
Hi, my name is Sai. I am 29 years old this year. Um, I completed my NS in 2013. I was a driver in NS.
Hi, I'm James. I'm 23 this year. I completed my NS this year on the 11th of May 2022. Yeah, I was a Bronco operator in Sungai Benong camp.
I would like you guys to give me your first impressions when you first stepped into camp.
The moment I stepped in June 1982 into a camp, I was quite nervous. Once it's installed for me, I heard about stories about it's going to be tough training. So whether can I cope or not, that was my first impression.
Let's see. Okay, how about you, sir?
Kind of overwhelming,
Overwhelming. Okay.
but after a week or something, I got adjusted. I got adjusted.
Wow, I was scared, man. I was like, oh my god. I hear all the ghost story, like, wow, is a ghost going to come and take me in the middle of the night? Wow, scared. That's scared. But after like a week, as like Sai said, adjusted.
What is the toughest training that you guys have went through? Because I know that training should have changed over the years. I want to know how different each of your trainings were.
Right, it's actually about the road march. We got we start out with 8 plague, 12 plague, 16 plague, and 24 plague. And my 24 plague was raining very heavily. With that haversack on you, your water bottles around you, your rifle, you walk under that. It was tough. It was really tough. My badge was the 82 badge. It's not a camouflage uniform, it's a starch uniform.
Oh, I've also heard of that. You explain about the starch uniform.
Yeah, what's the difference?
So what is the difference is that you have to wash your uniform, you have to put starch and then you have to iron it. Right. So when I book out Friday night, go back home straight away, wash the uniform. Next morning you have to dry it, you starch it, and then you have to iron it with water. Right. And your boots, when you polish your boots, you must see your face and shining face on it.
I have actually heard of this thing called the log PT. Did you have to go through it?
Log PT.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. I remember on my passing out parade, so this sergeant from SAF Boys Schools. So I don't know why I said to him, he says, so your passing out means you can do anything you want, is it? So straight away pump 50 on the spot.
Wow. Let's talk about the people you meet friends with or enemies with in camp, right? Anyone like in particular that comes to mind?
Okay, basically in my batch, we don't have this called poly batch or we all tapalang one. Everybody will come together one.
Same.
Whether it's a PSLE student completed or secondary 1 or 2, O levels,
Yeah.
all will be there.
Yeah.
So all will come in. So we have to make sure that we make friendly forces with them now.
Yeah.
Alright, because if anything goes wrong in the particular section, alright, what happened? Everybody will be punished.
Our BMT batch was hectic. It's all together one. I've seen fights. I've seen people smoking in the bathroom, toilet before anything, before breakfast. Sergeant kena pot. People are chill, Driver like at the empty line just lepak. Unless you have detail, then you go to work. Yeah.
My platoon actually quite a lot of monkeys. Like you will constantly see people. I mean, like it's very normal, but you constantly see people like walking around along the corridor in just their underwear. But then every few times you see clowns, not wearing anything. You're like, what the hell is this shit, bro?
That's army life.
Yeah, like what the heck? No one wants to see the little dog.
Do you all have stand by bed also?
Yeah.
One mistake, 10 push-up. Wow. There was one section in my platoon. I think section 3. Did 300 plus push-up in one standby.
How about any horror stories when it comes to food in NS?
Yeah, they eat what they give to you lah. You can't complain because you're hungry.
No, but your one is cooked by the what? It's
Mess.
It's cooked by the NS man, right?
NS man.
So it's
Cook.
like
Yours is a packet SF5 one.
no, it's the what is it called? The
Let's see.
NTUC food fair.
Okay.
Yeah. I enjoy the food here because my background, I came from Myanmar, so I'm used to eating everything. I'm not really picky about it, and then you're too tired for like to be picky anyway. Yeah, so I just eat it for sustenance.
I've seen some absolutely magical things there. Because I'm a chef, right? So like, wow. Never in my life have I seen that. You throw the bread can bounce. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. You eating the pork cubes, it's like rocks. Like, wow. You bite it a few times and you're like, what the heck is this food?
I've heard rumors that the halal food, right, is usually better. Is it true?
It's true.
Can say that.
It's true.
For most of the time, yeah.
I don't queue a non-Muslim food. I queue a Muslim food.
And most of the Chinese will come to Muslim food.
Yeah.
I just go there take their drinks. Because like sometimes their drink quality also for some reason better.
We got bandung.
Wow.
I want to know what's your best moment in entirety of your NS.
Well, I'll say that during my 2.5 years of my NS is where I was posted to uni. Right, that's I call it best life in the army because I'm a clerk, so I'm handling reservist unit. So I do my work, then by 4 o'clock my major will call me. Hey mama, come play soccer.
How about you, Sai? What's the best part of NS?
There are a few. One would be driving ambulance as a ambulance driver because I got posted to certain camps. Then I support any casualties or whatnot. Then I have to drive them to nearest hospital. Yeah, that was enjoyable. And another one will be supporting NDP, National Day Parade, as an ambulance driver as well.
You all never say the best moment of NS is booking out.
Yeah.
That's the best. no, aside from that, like I think the months leading up to ORD, wow, that was the best one. Because you don't have any other thing to do already. So literally it became to the point right where even PT is optional. Like the officers ask you, hey, you want to go PT or not?
Nope.
See, my countdown for my ORD 6 months. So 6 months I do countdown.
How we have the countdown, the app now. So we just do it
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow, hey,
Ah,
30 days, bro.
Yeah.
82 where got the kind of mobile phone, apps phone,
Correct.
smartphones don't have smartphones. So you use standard to countdown.
I think what we learned today is that even though the experiences you go through during NS may differ, right? There is always the same underlying feeling of you meet friends with a bunch of people you may have never met, right? You become a different person from when you started, and their experiences you will never forget.
Yes.
And I think that's an amazing note to leave it on. This has been CityJo Dharmhik from Singapore One. Goodbye.